Hello, Dream Team. Welcome back to our YouTube channel.
What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another incredible installment of Life is But a Dream with TheMakhs. My name is TheMakhs.
And I'm TheMakhs.
The ever so beautiful. Come on, somebody. Make some
You're looking
noise.
good.
Hey.
You got a haircut.
I got a haircut, guys.
Welcome back.
I laughed because somebody commented while I was doing my wife's makeup and they were like, yo, can Petula help Rato get a haircut? Oh, that was pretty funny.
He was trying to grow his hair, guys, and he was keeping in his
and then I was just
body waves.
Then it just wasn't working out, guys. I was just in life you must know when things aren't you must know when to quit. It's a very good skill in life just to know
I would say to him, I'm like, babe, you look like Nkwishing. But anyway, guys, welcome back to our channel. If you are new, welcome. We hope that you stay with us and you journey with us. If you are an OG original gangster, thank you so much for your love and support. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so, guys. I'm saying now, guys, I'm calling it Road to 50K.
I said 40, but we're at 35 right now, and we appreciate everybody that has that takes the time to comment. Everybody that subscribes, everybody that shares our installments on different platforms. It's absolutely incredible. So shout out to all of you guys. We love you so much. Thank you. We appreciate you. So today, guys, do you believe in being a ride or die? This is a hot topic right now. This is what so there was a clip that we're going to show you guys just now. It was Pastor Pushy. So there's a show hosted by Matema, and Pushy had made a comment. So we're going to play it right now, and then we're going to weigh in on that. All right.
You can hear I'm from the 80s. If you don't know Pushy, guys, you're baby boomer. Get a baby boomer, get a millennials.
I don't know. These things confuse me.
Are you ready to get into this one?
I'm ready to get into it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Yes.
It was the summer of 2008. She said, I would cook a lot of time with that date. Now raise it last 10 years of matrimonial cake. We celebrate. Now we're stronger together, never better. Go-getters, trendsetters, Black Panthers, the anthem. We the max and we only getting better, ayy.
Life is but a dream.
Nobody's ride or die. Where are we riding to and why must I die? Why am I holding the sharp part of a knife? Jesus died that I may live and have abundant life. He said, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. He says, I came to have you life and life abundantly. No knife holding is abundantly. We can't say, oh, you're a strong woman. Everybody says, my mother was a strong woman. And the strength of a woman is measured by how much nonsense she can handle and how much pain she can have. God forbid, that's not my portion. That is not my destiny. The soft life is for me. Jesus already died for me. I ain't gonna die for nobody. Nobody.
And that was hot.
It was a hot thing.
Like a heat whore. Like a bomb.
Like a bomb.
Yeah.
She spoke with a lot of passion. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
That was very passionate.
So how do you feel about that, baby? I want to start with you because the concept of riding or dying is normally used more by siding with women. I even hear it in these rap videos. They're like, oh, ride or die chick and blah 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 blah. And I think that's what Pushy was talking about when she was talking about why must the woman hold the knife at the sharp end. Where am I riding to and why must we die? Jesus died for me, so I get her sentiment.
For sure.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I think it's important that before we speak about how we feel about it, what is the definition of riding and dying?
That's a good
I think we should go there because I think everybody's got their own ideas, about ride or die. And some people have a positive view of it. Some people have a negative view of it. But what is it actually informed by? So we quickly looked it up. My wife actually looked it up. And it says that ride or die is a colloquial expression of extreme loyalty to someone or something. The operative word being extreme loyalty to something or someone.
The original meaning of ride or die stems from bikers. So basically they say that, you know, they're so passionate about biking that they would rather ride. If they can't ride, they'd rather die. But we know that the word has evolved.
Right.
Especially in relationships.
Sure. I think that the issue, I think that ride or die, just like anything that God created, right? The essence of it is a good thing, right? But just like anything that God created, as soon as you put a person in front of it that is supposed to carry out that mandate, because as human beings we are flawed, then we've got a negative feeling towards this term of ride or die. Why? Because a lot of women, as you so aptly put, have been hurt by that. They're like, oh my gosh, I went out and I rode hard for this guy and he did me dirty. Now there's nothing wrong with ride or die. It's like, you know, I like to liken it to money, right? So with money, money is neither good nor bad. It's neither good nor evil. As soon as you put it in somebody's hands, then it takes on the personality of the person who has it. Right? So people, money is evil. No, the Bible, first of all, the Bible says the love of money is evil.
Yes.
But that's not what we're here to discuss. The point is it takes on the personality of the person whose hands it is in. I think that marriage, a lot of people look at it as a contract, but it's a covenant, and I absolutely believe in the concept of being a ride or die. So just like the term of ride or die, I absolutely believe in it. I believe in it as a concept. I believe in it as far as the essence with which it was born, it was birthed. I believe in it. How about you?
So I believe that I believe in the concept of being a ride or die, but only in a relationship that is where there's mutual respect, mutual friendship, mutual love, and a humility towards each other. Because guys, and I'm gonna share my story in this episode installment. I've been a ride or die for the wrong one.
Not this one.
For the last case.
Not this one.
You know, babe, I've been a ride or die in a relationship where I had no place being a ride or die. And I think I like what you said in the beginning, where you said in the context of marriage, where it is something that has been divinely orchestrated by God, something that has been ordained by God. You know, I remember, guys, I'll share a short story where I was riding or dying for this guy, guys. I remember, sadly, this guy's mother passed away. I don't know if I told you.
Yeah, you told me.
Did I tell you?
Yeah.
Guys, do you understand that I took leave for like a week to go and make tea and cook?
Oh, Makoti.
Babe, self-appointed. You know? But I was doing it for all the wrong reasons. I think because the relationship also had left me so emotionally bruised and battered. My self-esteem was very low. So I was trying to win this person's love.
For sure.
So it wasn't riding or dying because of a vision that was bestowed upon this person.
For sure.
You know, and I was carrying out that vision. It was me trying to win their affection. And it didn't work. You know, the person was who they were. They were mean, they were nasty, they were just who they were. Okay. So I died for the wrong one.
So, what do you say to the person that is experiencing that in marriage?
Sure, that is a tough one.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That is a tough one.
Because
I think for that person as well, baby, I'm saying that there needs to be self-preservation somehow. And that's why I'm saying that I would ride or die. At the end of the day, you are going to go home and figure it out for yourself. Right? So I'm saying that if there's mutual respect, mutual love, mutual friendship, and mutual humility towards each other, then I will bend over backwards. But if those things are missing, I'm not riding or dying anyway.
So do you think then, I feel like I'm interviewing you. So do you think then that there is a place for dying? And what does dying mean then? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the whole idea about dying, it's not pretty. There are things that you have to die to within yourself. So what does that then mean? It's like, okay, no, I'm only willing to ride or die under these terms and conditions.
I think dying means sacrifice. I think dying means putting yourself on the line for the next person. And the reason I speak about mutual respect, baby, I know that there's certain things, and just really a mutual humility and a mutual protection of one another, that I know that if I was willing to die for certain things, you'd be like, baby, no, because you would be looking out for me, because it's mutual. But if it's self-serving, then one person is dying, for the next person, but the other person is not reciprocating.
I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
And this is what I actually want. This is what I was feeling. I think that being a ride or die has to be mutual.
Yeah.
So it can't be one-sided. You can't have one person that's like, yeah, I'm a ride or die. If you feel like your partner would not ride for you the way you ride for them, something's wrong.
Something's
If
wrong.
you feel like your partner would not lay down their life for you the way that you would lay down for them, then you're probably riding and dying for the wrong person. But it doesn't then make the concept of ride or die wrong. It means that you are in the wrong relationship.
Sure.
That's all I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make the concept wrong. And so what we try to do is we try to demonize things that have got no personality. We want to give them a personality. We want to give life to them.
Yeah.
But you're the problem. It's not the concept. There's nothing wrong with the concept of it.
Yeah.
It's because you're hurt.
I agree.
And now you're going, this ride or die thing. And by the way, I want to take responsibility. So it's really as a result of a lot of us men hurting women.
Yeah.
This is the reason why a lot of women are kind of going, I'm not about that ride or die life. Whoa, don't talk to me about ride or die. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and that t-shirt's bloody. Like, I'm not interested in it, So.
And I'm hearing it a lot, baby. A lot of women are hurt.
Yeah.
When you do speak about, I think I saw it a lot in the installment that we did about that particular celebrity couple.
Yeah.
And a lot of women on the timeline were saying, don't play yourself. You don't sacrifice yourself for a man. Get yours, boo. Do this, do that. And I think for me, I agree. I hear the sentiment.
Yeah.
And I think for me, I will ride or die for a man who is submitted to God.
That's good.
I will not ride or die for anyone.
Yeah.
I made that mistake.
Yeah.
And that's why it ended in tears.
Yeah.
So I believe that a man who's submitted to God, whose vision is from God, where we are riding, we're not gonna die.
Yeah.
As Pushy said, Jesus has already died for us. Why must we die?
Yeah. But I love that you said vision. Because the thing about riding, guys, is you need to know where you're going. So Pushy said, where are we riding to and why are we dying? Right? And this is my thing. You have to know where you're riding to. You have to be clear about, are you guys headed in the same direction? Because if you are, and the destination is a common one, is one, the destination is one that you share and you're equally excited about, of course you're gonna hitch a ride. Of course you're gonna be like, shotgun, you know what I mean, front seat, I'm there, right?
Love it.
The part about dying for me is, I just reflect on how the Bible says that husbands love your wives as Christ loved the church. And what did Christ do for the church? He died for the church. So I need to be willing to lay my life down for my wife. So I believe in ride or die. I'm like, that's what it is. I ride for my wife and I would die for her in a heartbeat.
Have you ride or died for the wrong person?
That's a good question. Yes.
It looks like you're gonna say yes and no.
Yeah, but I didn't look at it as riding or dying. So at the time, I was in a good place. My heart was in the right place. It wasn't as a result of me trying to prove anything to the next person. It was just an expression of love
and affection.
And that person wasn't able to receive it from the place that I was giving it.
Sure.
You know. But yeah, so I didn't walk away feeling like, oh, I would have done anything for you and you didn't know. I was just like disappointed. I thought we were on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
You know. But a lot of things get complicated when we put labels on them, I suppose. You know what I mean?
Like what do you mean by labels?
Well, at the time I wasn't going, but I was a ride or die. You know what I mean? That wasn't my mentality at the time. At the time I was just like heartbroken. You know, I was just like, oh gosh, you know, that sucks.
Sure. And babe, I love what you're saying because our stories are kind of the same, but the motive was different. My motive was to impress someone and win over their love and affection.
Yeah.
And for you, it was just a case of just extending yourself because it came naturally. And do you feel like that clouded your idea of the riding of dying when you got into marriage?
Even relationships after that. Not that I had any relationships after that, but really because you must understand this, guys. You know, you must understand that at least it's my own concept that wounds heal, but they scar, and those scars harden. You know what I'm saying? And you walk away with that hardened tissue. Sure. You know what I mean? That's like underneath the skin, and anything that reminds you of that, it's like that scar itching. You know what I mean? And you just want to scratch it, and it kind of reminds you of something that you would rather forget. And so yeah, it's definitely affected me in ways. I've definitely become a little bit hardened. You know what I mean?
I think when we met.
Yeah.
I think when we met, Shaman, wait till these nowadays you are very sweet.
Yeah.
I think when we met, I could tell that you were holding back.
Yeah.
I could tell that at the core, you are who God has told me that you are, and you were slightly hardened because of those past experiences.
Yeah.
But I feel like as we grew in love, as your vision of our marriage became clearer, you let your guard down. I don't know if I read you right, because we've never really had this conversation.
Yeah, we've never had this conversation. Yeah. The one thing about scarring is that it's hard to make yourself vulnerable to a place where you feel like what you have to give, somebody else would be able to receive with the heart with which you were giving it, right? Because once upon a time, you put yourself out there and it was like, oh my gosh. So maybe I had found this perfect woman and there was a part of me that didn't want to ruin it, you know, by putting myself out there lest I be disappointed, because I didn't want to tarnish a perfect thing.
Do you feel like you didn't want to ruin it, or you were trying to protect yourself? It was sort of a defense mechanism because you've been hurt before, and you didn't want me to take you for a pop. I feel like maybe you didn't want to ride or die too soon in the relationship. Because the reality is, we dated.
Yeah, but I married you.
But remember,
pretty
baby,
quick.
But that's the thing. We're still learning each other.
Yeah.
And I think maybe you're holding back because we got married while we were what other people would call the courting phase.
Yeah.
We got engaged 8 months after we started dating. So we didn't have a lot of time to really get to know each other. So I think the first 5 years of our marriage was really learning each other.
It was very interesting.
But I think so. The first 5 years were really about learning each other. Yeah. And then I feel like things started to get really smooth after the 5-year mark. Where it was...
And then we got to 9 years and it was tricky. That was interesting.
Yeah. And then, but guys, also what I want to say, baby, as you're talking about as we're talking about the riding or dying concept, I'm reminded of the story of Ruth and Naomi in the Bible. I think that is the ultimate display of loyalty, that relationship. You guys might know the story about Naomi and Ruth. Naomi's sons die. Naomi's the mother-in-law, and she's just like, listen, girls, go back to your homes. There's nothing left for you here. I'm going back to my home. And Ruth is like, I'm coming with you, right? And what I've noticed about that is when you are loyal, God brings provision and blessing upon that loyalty. Because when Ruth left with Naomi, then she met Boaz, and they got married, and they had Obed. Is it Obed? What is it, fair? Obed. That's Peter would say Obed. And then after Obed came Jesse, and after Jesse came King David, and we all know that from that bloodline came Jesus. So that loyalty paid off, that riding and dying paid off in such a beautiful way.
Yeah. I believe in it. I believe in it, guys.
So when it's God ordained, when it is of the Holy Spirit, you won't die there. You will ride, but it will not result in death.
Yeah. Well, again, like I'm saying, like I said earlier on, for me, the dying part is just dying to self.
To self.
It's not.
I love that.
It's not the dying like you must die now. No, you know what I mean. It's me constantly every day waking up in the morning, submitting to Christ, laying my life down for my wife.
I love that. Baby, before we go, are we going?
No.
It feels like...
No. We can talk.
Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
So, before we go, we're going to wrap up soon, but I'm thoroughly enjoying this conversation. Someone asked in the previous installment when we spoke about did we marry our parents, and they said we keep referring to Petola demanding love.
Yeah.
What does demanding love mean?
Petola.
Petola.
Guys, Petola was an anomaly, eh?
What do you mean?
Yeah, straight. No, Petola was just like, yes, my boots, like. So, I think when I met my wife, one of the first things that struck me was, I've said before that she was very clear about where she had put God in her life, and He was number one, and she wasn't going to let anybody she wasn't going to let anybody disturb His place in her life. So even with her having this confirmation that, oh yeah, no, this guy's my husband or whatever, even me, she let me know very clearly that, look,
it's like
this is, you know what I mean? Like Jesus is number one.
Yeah.
So if that's going to be a problem, then you're going to be a problem, and you can ship out. Which for me said a lot about self-love, right?
Yeah.
Or her demanding love. Secondly, I think when we dated, there were subtle things my wife would do. So for instance, if I had been really busy at work or whatever for the day, and I didn't call her, she'd call and she'd be like, Abuti, how do you feel? That's the first thing she would say.
Yeah.
So she'd be like, I'd be like, Patong, about what?
Yeah.
And she'd say, you haven't called me the whole day. Like, how do you feel? Like, how's your life? How do you feel about your life? And I would be like, this is weird. What's going on? And I'd be like, I'm cool. And she's like, no, you can't be cool. You can't. Like, you haven't spoken to me the whole day. You know what I mean? And it was just examples like that. And she would do certain things every single day that showed me that, oh man, this woman is very clear about what she wants, and she's okay about expressing it. Now, What was important was I was in a place to receive that. Why? Because I had been the ride or die who did those things out of the abundance of my heart, and the next person wasn't able to receive it. So when I met my wife, she demanded something of me that I was dying to give anyway.
Wow.
So I was like,
that's what's
I'll take it, Lord, thanks.
Baby, what's interesting is, guys, what's funny is that, so you've addressed the concept of teaching people how to treat you.
Yeah.
Right? But it's amazing how traits and nuances and all these things rub off on each other. Because you do that now. If I go a day without calling my husband, he calls me.
Yeah.
So he's also demanding a certain kind of love.
Yeah.
And it's also because we've gotten each other used to a certain kind of love. And when we feel like the other person is slacking, we're like, we call each other out. Because now if I don't call you at work, you're like, Mugele, ufila byang. We haven't spoken the whole day.
For sure.
So that's quite interesting. Yeah.
Because I ride for her.
Ride or die. So
sure.
am I a ride or die in this marriage?
Yeah, no doubt.
No doubt, ne?
Yeah.
I've ridden. Guys.
Yeah.
I've ridden homeless.
Yeah, from homeless to homeowners. Go watch the video. So
go watch the video.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
My wife is ridden, guys. You know, and she continues to ride hard for me. As I continue to ride hard for her, you know, in any circumstance. And I believe that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
So I don't think we should demonize the concept.
Yeah.
We should rather recognize that we've been hurt by experience of it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make the ideal of it wrong.
And I think it's a beautiful gift to each other, because riding or dying also speaks to serving one another.
Yeah.
And we've spoken about serving one another. How can we serve each other? How can I love you the best way I can? How can I speak to your love language, which is riding and dying? That's what's up.
That was another incredible installment of Life is But a Dream with TheMakhs. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know what it is. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on your notifications to know every time we upload a new installment. And thank you so much to everybody for watching the adverts. Guys, we're on 35,000 subscribers. My wife is trusting for
Road
50K.
to 50. Guys, please gift us. Last 2 weeks back, I asked for 40K. No, 30. Please gift us 50K for our 11th wedding anniversary, which is on the 1st of September.
On the 1st. Guys, on the 1st, listen, on the 1st of September.
What did I say? The 4th.
Listen, on the 4th of September.
The 4th. The 4th.
on the 1st of September.
The 1st.
On the 1st of September,
so, guys, we're not going to do shout-outs today. We love you. We're going to do shout-outs next week. Peace, love, and blessings. One time, too real. Oh, yes.
Peace and blessings,
love
guys.
You.
Thanks for hanging out. Cheers.
We only getting better, ayy.